but maybe it's because I'm wearing that cologne.
Hey, what's up? I'm Andrea. Welcome back to this channel. What's up? My name is Andrea. This is the andreaXandrea channel. I am doing stuff today. So this week I actually bought a bunch of pigments. I know a ton of you guys have been requesting that I put more things in slime, and a ton of you guys really liked my last video that I made where I tested a bunch of slime ingredients. Go down below, check it out, let me know what you think. But this week we are going to be testing pigments. So we have everything from $200. Yeah, I'm not joking. I spent $200 on this to put it in a slime.
We interrupt this video for an important message.
We're gonna be seeing which stores have the best pigment so you guys can make the best pigmented slimes. I found a lot of dupes for actually more expensive pigments. I also tested out probably the prettiest pigment I've ever tried in my entire life. So if you guys want to watch that, definitely stick around. Other than that, if you're not subscribed yet, do it. That would be cool. All my social medias, when I'm not on YouTube, I'm actually down there. So I've linked them all for you guys. Go and follow them, check them out. I'd love to say hi to you. If you come from YouTube, definitely let me know. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so first we have the KP Plasma Pigment. It was $40 for 0.88 ounces. So you got a pretty decently sized bag for the price. So I want to say, first off, the main thing that I noticed about this one is that it looked nothing like the product picture. See, you can totally tell a difference. Like, you can tell they're very similar, but when I actually put it in the slime, it looked a lot more dull than the picture on the website did. So I don't know if maybe I got a bad one. I'm not really sure, but I really wanted to point that out because I thought it was a little weird. Don't get me wrong, I still think it's super pretty. The maroon metallic looks so satisfying, especially when you're holding it under a bright light. It's kind of like a candied raspberry or like a candied plum. Overall, this one was super satisfying to play with, and I really did like the color a lot. I thought it was a little bit weird, like I said, that it didn't match the product photo, but other than that, I feel like you could definitely get a lot of slimes with this bag. You definitely don't need a lot of pigment to make it super pigmented, so I don't think that the price is too bad either. But overall, I felt like this pigment made slime super relaxing to play with and to look at, and I thought it made a really nice metallic slime. Next, we have a Wish pigment. So these ones don't really have names. I can tell you this one was $4, and I'm pretty sure it was an eyeshadow. But like I said, there wasn't really any description or anything. Wish is an interesting place. I definitely want to do more videos on Wish. If you guys want to see that, definitely hit the thumbs up button because there's a lot of stuff on there. The reason why I bought this one is because I thought the color looked super similar to a candied peach slime that I actually make in the shop, and I was really curious to try it out and see if I discovered a dupe for you guys. So I definitely accidentally added way too much pigment. Normally I'll add maybe a teaspoon, so I don't feel like this pigment is going to be as pigmented if you don't accidentally add the whole container. Once I mixed it in, I was actually super surprised by how metallic and expensive looking this pigment looked. Like, look at that. It looks really good. I would say it's almost definitely a dupe for my candy peach metallic. So this one was also super satisfying to watch. There's something so satisfying about watching the pigment mixed into the slime and then turning super shiny. Oh, I love it. Overall, I felt like this pigment was a really good deal. I liked it a lot. I don't know how easy it's going to be to find. I tried looking back on the page so I could hook you guys up so I could link you to this pigment. I couldn't find it and I didn't know what to Google, but if you Google pigment on Wish, you should come up with some pretty good options. Next, we have the cheapest pigment that I bought for this video. Okay, so this is from Wish as well. This is the 99-cent pigment. So first of all, I did find this when I searched pigments. I'm pretty sure it's an eyeshadow though. I really wanted to see how cheap I could get you guys some really cool pigmented slimes, so we had to try it out. To be completely honest, I wasn't quite sure what to expect with this one just because it's so cheap. Normally when you're buying pigments, the ones that are more expensive just tend to be better. I feel like they're more saturated. They're definitely more pigmented. So this one looked like it had a really pretty like black to purple to green shift. I was really curious to see if that translated into slime. And I was definitely not disappointed. Once I mixed this pigment into the slime, it was so pretty. Mixing it up, it was super satisfying to watch, and it shined a bunch of different colors, which I absolutely loved. My favorite metallics are the ones that color shift, and this one definitely did not. I feel like the pigmentation was a little bit patchy, especially because we added the entire container. But like I said, it is pretty cheap, and I'm pretty sure it's an eyeshadow, so we'll make a few exceptions. Overall, I thought this was super, super pretty, especially if you guys don't want to spend a ton of money on pigments. I feel like this is a really good option. One thing I did notice is after a week of letting it sit into the container, this pigment didn't suspend like a normal pigment would. It actually sunk to the bottom of the slime, so it definitely doesn't look as satisfying when you leave it in the container. But once you mix it back up, it's all good and you can get that pigmentation back. So I thought this one was really, really nice and super satisfying to play with. You guys know I had to go in and figure out if there was a way that I could hook you guys up with a free or a homemade pigmented slime or a metallic slime. So when I think metallics or when I think metallic slimes, I know one old school thing I always used to do when I didn't have all the ingredients I have now is I actually used to go into my old eyeshadows or my old highlighters. I would scrape them out and press them up so that the powder wasn't super clumpy, and I would mix them into slimes. So I got a bunch of different liquid highlighters, powder highlighters, and eyeshadows, and I did that. So I definitely don't recommend doing this with, you know, eyeshadows you actually care about. But since I have a ton of them that I never use anymore, or they just don't look good in my skin tone, I decided to recycle them and put them in the slime and see what happens. I guess it's kind of a little bit of a will it metallic slime. Leave your guesses down below. Once I mixed it in, it actually ended up making the slime so shiny and so metallic. I definitely didn't expect it to be as like vibrant and as pretty as it actually was, and I'm super happy about it. I do feel like there were still a few clumps of makeup in the slime even though I pressed everything up before we mixed it in, but once I played with the slime a little bit more, it looked like all of the makeup mixed in, and it turned out looking just like a pigment that you could buy online. Super satisfying and super relaxing to play with. I actually really like this one. I feel like this is a really good option for those of you guys who maybe don't want to buy anything online, but you still want to get some metallic slimes. And then finally, you guys know I saved this one for the last. You guys know I had to do it because like this is the thing that I'm most excited to talk about. So there are these pigments that I've seen online for the longest time that they charge about $200 per pigment. And I've only seen the product photos. I've never actually seen them in action. So I was so curious. I've been desperately looking for a way to like make myself feel a little bit better about buying these slimes. That's basically why we're making this video, because we have to test out the $200 $200 pigment slimes. And you guys, these better be some really great pigments. I added a lot to this one because I had to give it the best possible chance to impress me. I want this thing to be super pigmented. So right away, I did notice that with this one, the color shift was super prominent. It had a ton of different colors. It was super saturated. It was probably the most satisfying to watch out of all the pigment mixings. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I play with the slime, the more I fall in love with it. I think that it is gorgeous. I think it's super satisfying and super relaxing, even just to watch it in a light. When the colors shift, I think it is so, so nice. I really wanted to hate it because it's super expensive, but I think the mystery has been debunked on this one. It is beautiful. I mean, I definitely don't recommend that you guys go out and pay $200 for a slime, which is why I'm actually gonna be giving away a few of these to you guys who watch the video. If you guys wanna know more about that giveaway, definitely go look in the description below because I outlined it. I wanted to share the $200 slime love because you guys, this is definitely one of my favorite slimes to play with right now. Do I feel like the slime lives up to the hype? Most definitely. Do I feel like it's super affordable, and am I gonna continue to look for a dupe for this $200 pigment? Absolutely. And that is it for this video. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you find your new favorite pigment? I definitely know I did. I'm gonna say it's definitely not the makeup. I thought that would work better than it did. I definitely didn't like it. Let me know down below which of the pigments was your favorite. If it was the $200 one, I don't blame you because it's really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, like it is really, really pretty. But that is it for this video. If you guys are excited for next week's video, definitely like this video. Let me know that you like it so I can make more videos like this. And come say hi down in the comments. Other than that, social medias linked down below. You should definitely check them out. I've also linked a few videos that I feel like you guys are really gonna like, so you should definitely check those out as well. Other than that, I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Duh.